At 82, Gladys Knight represents far more than a celebrated performer from another generation. She stands as a living connection to a powerful period in music history, a time when voices carried stories of love, struggle, hope, and human experience. When audiences see her today, many feel a deep emotional response because they recognize not only a legendary singer, but also a person who has traveled through decades of change. Behind the elegance and warmth is a lifetime shaped by dedication, sacrifice, and resilience. Her journey reflects the reality that greatness is rarely created without challenges. The title of Empress of Soul was earned through years of commitment, personal growth, and the ability to transform emotions into unforgettable performances. Her songs became companions for millions, offering comfort during difficult moments and adding meaning to joyful occasions. Yet behind those songs was a woman carrying her own private experiences, memories, and struggles. Her story is powerful because it reveals the human being behind the legend. Gladys Knight's legacy is not only about the music she created but also about the strength she displayed throughout her life. She represents survival, dignity, and the beauty of continuing forward despite everything that time brings. Her voice remains a reminder that true artistry comes from authenticity and emotional truth, the Atlanta roots that shaped her identity. Gladys Knight's story began in Atlanta, Georgia, where her earliest experiences shaped the person and artist she would become. Before the awards, recognition, and worldwide admiration, she was a young girl surrounded by family, faith, and a community where music was deeply connected to everyday life. Atlanta provided the foundation for her emotional understanding of singing. In church and family gatherings, she learned that music was not simply about sound or technique. It was about expressing feelings, sharing experiences, and connecting with people on a deeper level. This early environment helped develop the qualities that later made her performances so powerful. She learned that a song could carry memories, struggles, and hopes. Her voice contained a sense of honesty because it came from experiences that were personal and meaningful. Even as a child, listeners recognized something unusual about her ability. She did not simply perform songs, she communicated emotions that made people feel understood. However, having such a remarkable gift at a young age also introduced expectations. People quickly recognized her potential, and with that recognition came responsibility. The world began asking for more performances and more dedication before she had fully experienced a normal childhood. Atlanta gave her the roots that kept her grounded throughout her career. The values she learned there remained with her as she entered a demanding industry and became one of the most respected voices in music. The beginning of a family musical journey. Gladys Knight's rise in music was deeply connected to the people closest to her. The formation of Gladys Knight and the Pips represented more than a musical partnership. It represented family, trust, and shared determination. Performing alongside relatives created a unique connection that audiences could hear in every harmony. Their voices blended with a sense of familiarity because they were built on years of knowing each other beyond the stage. The group's journey was not simple. Success required patience, discipline, and a willingness to continue despite uncertainty. They performed in many settings, worked through difficult periods, and developed their skills while trying to establish themselves. Their progress reflected the reality that talent must often be supported by persistence and dedication. Gladys carried a significant responsibility as the central voice of the group. Her performances required emotional honesty because listeners depended on her ability to bring meaning to every lyric. While the Pips added unforgettable energy and style, Gladys became the emotional center that helped transform songs into personal experiences. The family connection also brought challenges because professional decisions affected personal relationships. Success and disappointment were shared among everyone involved. Their story showed that creating something meaningful often requires sacrifice from many people. Together, they built a musical identity that represented loyalty, teamwork, and the power of family bonds. Their journey became an important part of Gladys Knight's legacy and helped establish the foundation for her future success. The difficult road toward recognition. The path to success was not immediate for Gladys Knight and the Pips. Their achievements came after years of effort, uncertainty, and determination. The music industry could be challenging, particularly for artists who had to overcome barriers while trying to gain recognition. During their early years, they faced the reality that talent alone was not enough. They needed discipline, confidence, and the ability to continue when opportunities were limited. Every performance, rehearsal, and appearance contributed to their growth. Behind the polished image audiences eventually admired was a long period of preparation and persistence. Gladys learned how to handle pressure from a young age. She understood that maintaining excellence required constant commitment. The group's success developed gradually because they continued improving and refusing to give up. Their journey reflected the experiences of many artists who had to prove themselves repeatedly before receiving widespread appreciation. Gladys's voice became a defining element because she could express emotions with remarkable clarity. She brought a sense of truth to every performance, allowing listeners to believe the stories she shared. As recognition increased, the group became known not only for musical ability, but also for emotional connection. They created performances that felt both professional and deeply personal. The road to recognition shaped Gladys into an artist who understood the value of hard work. It also prepared her for the many challenges that would come with lasting fame. The songs that became timeless memories. Gladys Knight's greatest songs achieved something beyond commercial success. They became part of people's personal histories and emotional memories. Songs such as Midnight Train to Georgia and other beloved recordings remained powerful because they carried feelings that listeners recognized from their own lives. Gladys had a rare ability to transform lyrics into experiences. She could express heartbreak without losing hope and describe difficult moments while still creating a sense of strength. Her performances felt genuine because she approached every song as a story, rather than simply a melody. Audiences connected with her because they believed the emotions behind her voice. A truly memorable artist does not only entertain, they create moments that remain meaningful long after the music ends. Gladys achieved this by bringing honesty and vulnerability into her work. Her voice became associated with love, loss, resilience, and reflection. People connected her songs with important chapters of their lives, including celebrations, relationships, and moments of personal change. Over time, those songs became more than recordings. They became reminders of people, places, and experiences that shaped listeners. This emotional connection explains why her music continues to inspire generations. Her legacy exists not only through her achievements but also through the memories people attach to her voice. She created a lasting bond between artist and audience that few performers achieve. The hidden challenges behind the spotlight. The public often sees the beauty of fame but rarely understands the personal demands behind it. Gladys Knight's career brought admiration and success, but it also required significant sacrifice. Performing at the highest level meant constantly giving energy, emotion, and time to audiences. While people saw confidence and elegance on stage, they did not always see the challenges she carried privately. The entertainment world often expects performers to remain strong, regardless of personal circumstances. Gladys experienced the pressure of maintaining a career while also managing family responsibilities and personal experiences away from public attention. She had to balance being a performer with being a person who had her own needs, emotions, and challenges. The ability to step onto a stage and deliver a powerful performance despite difficult moments requires tremendous discipline. This reality is one of the less visible parts of artistic success. The audience receives the final performance but does not always understand the effort required to create it. Gladys's strength came from continuing to share her gift while navigating life's complexities. She demonstrated that resilience is not the absence of struggle. Instead, it is the ability to move forward while carrying those struggles with grace. Her career reflects both the rewards and responsibilities of becoming a symbol for millions of people. Behind every unforgettable performance was a person who experienced the same emotions and challenges as everyone else, balancing fame, family, and personal life. Becoming a successful performer while maintaining personal relationships created a difficult balance for Gladys Knight. Fame often changes the way people experience everyday life because public expectations can become overwhelming. For Gladys, the demands of music meant long schedules, constant travel, and responsibilities that extended far beyond performing. At the same time, she had personal relationships and family commitments that required attention and care. Balancing these areas was not always easy. The public often views successful artists as having everything under control, but reality is more complicated. Behind achievements are often difficult choices and moments of uncertainty. Gladys had to navigate the challenge of being available to audiences while also remaining connected to the people closest to her. This balancing act required patience, strength, and emotional awareness. Her experiences showed that success does not remove ordinary human challenges. It simply places them within a different environment. The pressure to maintain a public image can make personal struggles more difficult because many people only see the finished performance. Gladys's ability to continue building her career while facing personal responsibilities became part of her story. She represented a person who was not defined only by fame but by the choices she made throughout her life. Her journey demonstrated that true success includes maintaining one's identity despite outside expectations, adapting through changes in music and culture. Throughout her career, Gladys Knight witnessed enormous changes in the music world. Styles evolved, new performers emerged, and the industry transformed in ways that affected many artists from her generation. Some performers struggled as public attention shifted toward different sounds and trends. Gladys, however, showed remarkable adaptability. She continued to honor her artistic identity while accepting that change was part of the journey. Her ability to remain respected across decades came from authenticity rather than trying to recreate earlier moments. She understood that lasting influence is built through emotional connection, not temporary popularity. As the industry changed, her experience became one of her greatest strengths. She carried the knowledge of many eras of music and represented a style built on storytelling and genuine expression. Rather than being defined only by past achievements, she continued evolving while staying connected to the qualities that made audiences admire her. Her career demonstrated that relevance does not require constant reinvention. Sometimes it comes from remaining true to one's values and continuing to share something meaningful. Gladys became an example of how artists can grow with time instead of being limited by it. Her ability to adapt helped preserve her place as a respected figure in music history. The weight of a lifetime spent giving to others. At 82, Gladys Knight represents more than a remarkable career. She represents the rare journey of an artist whose humanity became just as powerful as her talent. Her story continues to touch people because it reminds them that greatness is not created in moments of applause alone. It is created through years of commitment, patience, sacrifice, and the courage to continue when circumstances change. Gladys never became unforgettable because everything in life was easy. She became unforgettable because she transformed every experience into something meaningful. The joy, the disappointment, the victories, and the struggles all became part of the emotional foundation behind her music. When listeners hear her voice, they hear more than a melody. They hear a lifetime of experiences shaped into something honest. That honesty is what separates a true legend from someone who simply achieves success. Many performers have celebrated moments of popularity, but few have created a connection that survives across generations. Gladys Knight built that connection by allowing her emotions to live inside every song. She never treated music as a performance alone. She treated it as a conversation between herself and the people listening. That connection has allowed her influence to continue long after the peak years of her career. Younger generations discovering her music often recognize something timeless in her delivery. They may not share the same memories as longtime fans, but they can still feel the sincerity behind every note. That sincerity is the foundation of her lasting legacy and the reason her name continues to carry such deep respect. A voice that carried generations of memories. The passage of time has changed many things about the world of music, but it has not changed the emotional power of Gladys Knight's voice. In an era where trends move quickly and attention often disappears almost immediately, her work remains a reminder that authenticity has a lasting impact. Her greatest strength was never simply reaching the top of the charts. It was creating moments that stayed with people long after the music ended. A song from Gladys Knight could become attached to a personal memory, a relationship, a difficult period, or a moment of celebration. That ability to become part of someone's life is something few artists achieve. Over the decades, listeners have carried her music through different stages of their own journeys. They have grown older with her songs playing quietly in the background. They have returned to her voice during moments when they needed comfort, encouragement, or understanding. This connection explains why her presence today feels so meaningful. Fans are not only remembering a performer from another era, they are recognizing someone who helped shape their own memories. Her music became part of family traditions and personal stories. It became something passed between generations, shared between parents and children, and preserved through time. Gladys Knight's career shows that true artistry is not measured only by awards or achievements. It is measured by the emotional space an artist creates in the hearts of others. That space remains strong because her music continues to speak with honesty, warmth, and a depth that cannot be replaced by temporary popularity, turning personal pain into universal healing. One of the most powerful aspects of Gladys Knight's legacy is the way she turned personal emotion into something universal. She had the rare ability to make individual experiences feel shared by millions of people. When she sang about love, listeners recognized their own feelings. When she sang about heartbreak, people felt understood. When she sang about hope, people felt encouraged to continue. That emotional connection came from the fact that she never separated herself from the meaning of a song. She did not simply deliver words, she carried them. Every performance reflected a deeper understanding of human experiences. This quality allowed her music to reach beyond entertainment and become a source of comfort for countless people. The most memorable voices are often those that make listeners feel less alone, and Gladys Knight achieved that throughout her career. She became a reminder that vulnerability can be powerful. Her strength came not from pretending that life had no difficulties, but from acknowledging those difficulties and finding beauty within them. That message continues to matter because every generation faces moments of uncertainty and change. Her music offers a reminder that sadness and strength can exist together. A person can experience loss and still find hope. A person can face challenges and still move forward. Gladys Knight's career reflects that balance. Her voice carried both the wounds and the wisdom that came from a lifetime of experiences. That combination created a sound that felt deeply personal yet universally understood. It is why her songs continue to feel alive, even decades after they were first introduced to the world, remaining true while the world changed around her. Gladys Knight's journey also represents the importance of staying true to oneself in a world that constantly demands change. Throughout her career, music evolved, audiences changed, and the entertainment industry transformed many times. Yet she maintained the qualities that made people admire her from the beginning. She did not need to abandon her identity to remain respected. Instead, she allowed her experience and maturity to become part of her artistry. That decision became one of the strongest examples of longevity in music. Many artists struggle when the world begins to move in a different direction, but Gladys demonstrated that relevance does not always come from following every new trend. Sometimes it comes from remaining authentic and allowing people to recognize the value of something genuine. Her career showed that talent combined with character can withstand changing circumstances. She carried herself with professionalism and dignity, qualities that became part of her reputation. Beyond the performances and recordings, people admired the way she represented herself. She became associated with elegance, emotional honesty, and resilience. Those qualities helped her remain connected with audiences even as the musical landscape changed around her. Her ability to continue inspiring people was not based on trying to recreate the past. It was based on understanding the importance of her own story. Gladys Knight became proof that an artist does not have to chase every moment of attention to remain significant. A true legacy grows through consistency, authenticity, and the ability to leave something meaningful behind. Her career reflects that kind of lasting influence. The emotional meaning behind seeing her today. The emotional reaction people have when they see Gladys Knight today comes from understanding everything that stands behind the image of the legendary performer. They see the awards, the accomplishments, and the unforgettable songs, but they also recognize the human journey behind them. They see someone who began with a dream and carried that dream through decades of challenges. They see a person who experienced the highs of success and the realities that come with a life lived in the public eye. That combination of achievement and humanity is what makes her story so powerful. Gladys Knight's life reminds people that every great accomplishment has a story behind it. There are years of preparation, moments of uncertainty, and countless sacrifices that audiences never witness. The finished performance may appear effortless, but it represents a lifetime of dedication. This understanding creates a deeper appreciation for her work. Fans are not only celebrating the songs, they are honoring the person who created them. They recognize the discipline required to continue sharing a gift for so many years. They recognize the courage needed to remain visible while experiencing the natural changes that come with time. Most importantly, they recognize the emotional generosity behind her career. Gladys Knight gave audiences a part of herself through her music, and that gift continues to return through the memories and feelings her songs create. Her story remains powerful because it reflects something everyone understands. Life changes, time moves forward, but meaningful contributions can continue to inspire long after the moment has passed. The legacy that exists beyond awards and recognition. Gladys Knight's true impact cannot be measured only through awards, honors, or the number of successful songs attached to her name. Those achievements are important, but they represent only one part of a much larger story. The deeper meaning of her career comes from the emotional connection she created with people who found pieces of their own lives reflected in her music. A trophy can recognize talent, but it cannot measure the comfort a song provides during a difficult night or the memories attached to a voice that has been present for decades. Gladys Knight achieved something far more difficult than popularity. She became trusted. Her audience believed her because every performance carried sincerity and emotional truth. That trust allowed her music to move beyond entertainment and become part of personal histories. People did not simply listen to her songs, they lived with them. Her voice accompanied important moments, from celebrations to moments of reflection. It became a familiar presence that returned whenever people needed something meaningful. This kind of influence is rare because it cannot be created through promotion or temporary attention. It comes from consistency and authenticity over a lifetime. Gladys Knight built a legacy based on emotional honesty, and that is why her name continues to matter. Long after trends disappear and new generations discover different sounds, the feeling behind her music remains. Her greatest achievement may not be the recognition she received from the world, but the lasting place she created inside the hearts of millions. A woman who turned experience into wisdom. The story of Gladys Knight is also the story of a woman who allowed every chapter of her life to shape her into someone deeper and stronger. Experience became one of her greatest sources of wisdom. The years brought moments of celebration, but they also brought challenges that required patience and resilience. Instead of allowing difficult experiences to define her negatively, she transformed them into understanding. That transformation is one of the reasons her voice carries such emotional depth. People can sense when an artist has truly lived the feelings being expressed. Gladys Knight never sounded disconnected from the stories she sang. Her performances carried the perspective of someone who understood the complexity of love, change, and human relationships. As she grew older, her artistry gained another layer because every song became connected to a lifetime of memories. She was no longer only interpreting emotions, she was sharing lessons gathered through years of living. That ability gave her music a quality that continues to inspire listeners. Her journey shows that aging does not diminish creativity or meaning. In many ways, time can add richness to an artist's expression. Every year becomes another piece of the story, another reason behind the emotion in the voice. Gladys Knight's continued presence reminds people that wisdom is a powerful form of beauty. The experiences that shape a person can become the very things that allow them to connect with others in a deeper way. Her life demonstrates that true artistry grows when talent is combined with understanding, the quiet strength behind the public image. Behind the elegance and confidence associated with Gladys Knight has always been a person who experienced the same emotions and uncertainties as everyone else. The public often sees the finished image of a successful artist, but behind that image is a lifetime of effort, discipline, and personal growth. Gladys became admired not because she appeared untouched by difficulty, but because she continued moving forward despite it. Her strength was not about avoiding challenges, it was about meeting them with dignity. Throughout her career, she showed a remarkable ability to maintain grace during changing circumstances. She represented a kind of strength that did not need to be loud or dramatic. It was visible through consistency, professionalism, and the way she continued sharing her gift. Many people can relate to that part of her story because everyone experiences moments when they must continue despite uncertainty. Gladys Knight's example shows that resilience is often found in ordinary decisions made over many years. It exists in the choice to keep creating, keep believing, and keep showing up. Her public image may have been one of confidence, but the true beauty came from knowing that confidence was built through real experiences. It was earned through time. That is why audiences connect with her so deeply today. They are not only honoring a performer with extraordinary talent, they are recognizing a person whose journey reflects the challenges and victories that define human life. Her strength became part of her music, and her music became a source of strength for others. The emotional connection between artist and audience. Few artists create the kind of relationship with listeners that Gladys Knight has built throughout her career. Her connection with audiences has always felt personal, because she approached music as an emotional exchange rather than a simple performance. When she sang, people felt invited into the story. They felt that the emotions behind the words were genuine and carefully delivered. That connection allowed strangers from different backgrounds and generations to find common ground through her music. A song could become a shared experience even among people who had lived completely different lives. This ability is one of the reasons her work remains meaningful today. The strongest artists often create a bridge between their own experiences and the experiences of others. Gladys Knight built that bridge through honesty. She gave listeners permission to feel deeply, whether the emotion was happiness, sadness, longing, or hope. Her music became a place where people could recognize their own feelings. That emotional relationship has lasted because it was never based only on popularity. It was built on trust. Fans trusted that when Gladys Knight sang, she would bring truth and sincerity. They trusted that the emotion would never feel artificial. Decades later, that trust remains one of the strongest parts of her legacy. Her career demonstrates that an artist's greatest gift is not simply being heard, it is being remembered. Gladys Knight achieved that by creating moments that continue to live in the hearts of people who discovered her music years ago and those who are discovering it today. The enduring power of a timeless voice. A timeless voice is not defined only by technical ability. It is defined by the emotions it carries and the memories it creates. Gladys Knight possesses that rare quality. Her voice has become a symbol of feeling, history, and resilience. It represents an era of music where storytelling and emotional expression were at the center of every performance. Yet the reason her voice remains powerful is not only because of the past. It continues to matter because the emotions she expresses are universal. Love, loss, hope, and perseverance are experiences that every generation understands. That is why her music continues to find new listeners even as the world changes. A truly timeless artist does not belong to only one moment in history. Their work continues to speak because it connects with something deeper than trends. Gladys Knight's voice carries that kind of lasting meaning. It reminds people that music can preserve feelings and memories in ways that words alone cannot. Her career represents the power of staying connected to the emotional truth behind art. Even after decades of change, her songs still offer comfort and inspiration. They remind listeners of moments from their own lives while introducing new audiences to the beauty of genuine expression. Gladys Knight's voice remains powerful because it has always represented something larger than music itself. It represents the experiences, emotions, and stories that connect people across time. That is the reason her legacy continues to shine.